Bad Bunny was announced as the Super Bowl halftime performer, and so Turning Point was like, you know what? We're going to do our own thing. We'll have our own halftime show. We don't need Bad Bunny or any of these people. Who would I like to see perform? Tom Macdonald, 100%. I think I talked about him last time. We did a Q&A episode, I believe, last week. I said I'd like to perform on stage with him, do a little karaoke sesh. Absolutely. I think he's awesome. I would love to see that happen.
Well, Laura Trump thinks I'd be a good alternative to Bad Bunny, and I should play the Turning Point USA halftime show for the Super Bowl. What do you guys think? Let me know. Let's make this happen. Oh, and by the way, I got a brand new music video dropping tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Let's go.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha. Let me just be the first to say this. Nobody give a fuck about your video. Nobody gives a fuck about your halftime show, bro. And I don't know how the fuck Turning Point plans to have a halftime show. Nobody's turning the channel from the football game to watch this guy. This fucking poop dog. This nigga's a third-rate rapper, and I know braids aren't necessarily appropriation. Anybody can wear them. White people wear French braids and shit, but he's wearing them like he's like black. This is like cultural appropriation to the nth degree. This nigga's a culture vulture, right? Nobody with any type of hip-hop sense, music sense, or any other type of sense is listening to this trash-ass rap. Now, I did a video about him doing a video with Roseanne Barr, and I like Roseanne, even though she's nutty and edgy. She did a video with this nigga, and I think it was more to say about her than it was him, because he wasn't the highlight and it was his song. The only people that listen to white people that make rap like him are people that don't really know about rap. Like back in the days, Vanilla Ice was hot because it was a bunch of white people that just didn't know what was cool, so they thought that was cool. Same thing with him. Bro, you're not cool. Nobody's listening to your shit, not even people your age. Now, I probably got him probably about a good 10 years. He looks like he's about 34. But that being said, you're over the hill and you're not cool, bro. And I don't give a fuck about them little bitty ass shows you probably packing out, because I ain't never seen you headline nowhere. Probably in Canada. And that ain't saying much, because is you even headlining or even opening for Drake? Let me just put that out there on the table. You know you ain't shit when you a Canadian rapper and you can't even get love from the biggest Canadian rapper in the world. I would listen to Drake's soft shit before I listen to this nigga. Not only that, he did a video, and I think it's somewhere in my archives down at the bottom. You gotta scroll. But he actually did a video about reparations and why black people shouldn't get them. So the fact that him being a Trumper that lives in Canada, he's a Canadian rapper, and he's just garbage, says a lot about him, right? Not only that, he even said that black people should get him, and that he would check his genealogy, and maybe there's some black in my family tree and I might be eligible. So he's a parasite. Nobody's listening to your rap music, bro. Nobody gives a fuck about you doing a Turning Point halftime show, because like I said, ain't nobody turning from the game to turn to Turning Point. Matter of fact, Charlie Kirk, I wish Turning Point would probably just give it up. The movement died with him, bro. He get a street in Florida, and he's got a Commemorance Day that they just celebrated. That's about it. Come this time next year, nobody will give a fuck about him, Turning Point, or you. In any event, if y'all like this episode, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm out.
No.